I was the most feared man on Long Island, a mob boss with a marble mansion and an empire built on terror. Then a 19-year-old maid's daughter saved my biggest deal, and I repaid her kindness by destroying her life. What I didn't know was that my own lieutenant would set her apartment building on fire to punish me for going soft, and that I'd run into those flames without hesitation. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but what happens when the beast finally learns to love? Subscribe right now and tell me in the comments if you believe people like me can truly change, because what happened next will either restore your faith in humanity or break your heart. The morning sun cuts through the tall windows of my mansion. I watch the light hit the marble floors. Everything gleams. Everything is perfect. It has to be. Move faster, I say to the maid near the dining table. Her hands shake. She polishes the silver faster. I am Vincenzo Moretti. People call me Vinny. They also call me other things when they think I can't hear. I don't care. Fear keeps an empire standing. Fear keeps men loyal. My chest tightens as I check my watch. Khalid al-Rashid arrives in 2 hours. The meeting must go perfectly. I need his money. I need his connections. Without this deal, my enemies will circle like sharks. Where is Marco? I ask. A young man in a dark suit appears. Here, boss. Is everything ready? Yes, boss. The translator will be here in 30 minutes. I nod. Marco is loyal. He's been with me for 10 years. He knows how I work. He knows what happens when people disappoint me. My footsteps echo through the hallway. The staff parts like water. No one meets my eyes. Good. I built this life from nothing. I clawed my way up from the streets. Now I live in a palace. Now I command respect. But something feels hollow today. I push the thought away. In the kitchen, an older woman arranges fruit on a tray. She moves with quiet dignity. Her name is Lena. She's worked here for years. I barely notice her most days. A younger girl stands beside her. She's maybe 19 or 20. She keeps her eyes down as she polishes a silver tray. Her hands are steady, not like the others who tremble around me. Who is that? I ask Marco quietly. Lena's daughter, Amira. She helps sometimes. I grunt. I don't care about the staff's families. I care about results. The clock ticks toward noon. My pulse quickens. This meeting changes everything. Khalid's investment will secure my position for years. I can finally breathe easy. Then my phone rings. What? I snap. The translator's voice is thin and frightened. Mr. Moretti, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I can't work for you anymore. My hand tightens around the phone. You have a contract. I know, but I have a family. I can't. I end the call. My jaw clenches. Heat rises in my chest. Marco. He appears instantly. Yes, boss? The translator quit. Find me another one. Now. Marco's face goes pale. Boss, it's Friday. On 2 hours' notice, I don't know if... I don't pay you to make excuses. My voice echoes through the mansion. Find someone who speaks Arabic. I don't care how you do it. Marco pulls out his phone. His fingers fly across the screen. I watch him make call after call. Each conversation ends the same way. No one is available. No one wants to work for me on short notice. Vinny felt panic rising in his chest. He never panics. Panic is weakness, but time is slipping away. Keep trying, I say. My voice is hard. The staff whispers in corners. I hear the fear in their voices. Lena ushers her daughter toward the kitchen. The girl looks back once. Her eyes are dark and calm. The clock strikes noon. Through the window, I see the gates open. 3 black cars roll up the driveway. Khalid has arrived. Marco, I say quietly, tell me you found someone. His voice was strained. No, boss. I'm sorry. I close my eyes. My empire is crumbling. All because one coward walked away. Get them settled in the dining hall. Serve coffee. Tell them I'll be there in 5 minutes. I need time to think. I need a solution, but there isn't one. The dining hall feels like a tomb. The air is heavy. Khalid sits at the head of the table with 3 men beside him. They wear expensive suits. Their faces are polite but cool. I take my seat across from them. I force a smile. Welcome to my home, I say. It's an honor. Khalid nods. He says something in Arabic. I don't understand a word. One of his men speaks. Mr. Al-Rashid thanks you for the invitation. Relief washes over me. You speak English? A little. Not much business talk. My stomach drops. This won't work. We need to discuss contracts. Numbers, agreements. We need precision. I try anyway. I'm excited about our partnership. The man translates. Khalid frowns. He responds quickly. The translator looks confused. He says something about trust and proof, I think. My hands curl into fists under the table. This is a disaster. Khalid's expression darkens. He knows I'm unprepared. He knows I'm disrespecting him. I apologize, I say. There was a misunderstanding with my translator. The man translates poorly. Khalid's frown deepens. He says something sharp. His tone is clear even without translation. He's offended. I slam my hand on the table. The sound cracks through the room. This is unacceptable. Everyone freezes. Khalid's eyes turn to ice. He stands. His men stand with him. No, no, this can't happen. Then a voice cuts through the silence. It's soft, timid. Excuse me, sir. I can help. Every head turns toward the doorway. The girl stands there, Lena's daughter. She clutches a serving tray. Her eyes are wide but determined. Vinny felt rage building. Get out, this isn't... But Khalid raises his hand. He gestures for her to continue. His expression is curious. The girl steps forward. Her voice trembles, but the words are clear. She speaks in Arabic. The sounds are fluid and natural. Khalid's eyebrows lift. He responds. She translates immediately. Mr. Al-Rashid asks if you are always so temperamental in meetings. I stare at her. Tell him I apologize for my outburst. The situation frustrated me. She translates. Khalid listens. His face softens slightly. For the next hour, the girl stands between us. She translates every word perfectly. Her tone is calm. Her pronunciation is flawless. The conversation flows like water. Khalid begins to smile. He nods. He asks questions about my business. I answer honestly. The girl translates without hesitation. By the end, Khalid is laughing at something I said. He reaches across the table. We shake hands firmly. Mr. Al-Rashid says he looks forward to a long partnership. The girl translates. He says your home is blessed with unexpected grace. Something shifted in my chest. I look at this girl. Really look at her. She saved everything. She appeared from nowhere and rescued me from my own pride. What's your name? I ask. Amira, sir. Her voice was quiet. Thank you, Amira. She bows slightly. Then she leaves the room as silently as she came. I sit back in my chair. My hands are shaking. I just signed the biggest deal of my life, and I owe it all to a maid's daughter I never noticed before. The afternoon drags by. I can't focus on anything. My mind keeps returning to that moment in the dining hall. The girl's voice, her calm presence, the way she stepped forward when everyone else froze in fear. I find Marco in the study. The maid, Lena, her daughter saved the meeting. Yes, boss. That was fortunate. Where did she learn Arabic? Marco shrugs. I don't know. Want me to find out? No. I pause. Yes. Actually, yes. Find out. He leaves. I sit alone in the dimness. The gold necklace sits on my desk. I bought it for the translator, a bonus for doing well. Now the translator is gone. I pick up the necklace. The chain is delicate. The pendant catches the light. This should go to Amira. She earned it. But something feels wrong about that. Like I'm trying to buy something that shouldn't be bought. I find her in the servants' quarters. She's polishing silverware with her mother. They don't see me at first. Amira, I say. Both women jump. Lena bows quickly. Amira does the same. Her hands tighten on the cloth. I wanted to thank you properly, I say. I hold out the necklace. For today. Amira's breath caught. She stares at the gold. Then she looks at her mother. Something passes between them. That's very kind, sir, Amira says. But I can't accept it. I frown. Why not? My mother taught me that kindness isn't for sale. Her voice was gentle but firm. I helped because it was right, not for payment. Heat rises in my face. Is she refusing me? No one refuses me. But the words don't sound like defiance. They sound like truth. I don't know what to say. I just wanted to show my appreciation. You already did. You said thank you. She smiles. It's small, but real. That's enough. She returns to her work. I stand there holding the necklace, feeling like a fool, feeling like something important just happened that I don't fully understand. I leave without another word. Behind me, I hear Lena whisper something in Arabic. Amira responds softly. They sound peaceful. In my study, I look at my reflection in the polished silver. My face is older than I remember, harder. When did that happen? I set the necklace down. It sits there, untouched, a reminder of something I can't name. The next morning starts normally. The staff moves through their routines. I drink coffee in the garden. The sun is bright. Everything feels lighter after yesterday's success. Then Marco storms into the room. His face is red. 2 other men follow him. "Boss, we need to talk." I set down my coffee. "About what?" "About yesterday. About that girl." My jaw tightens. "What about her?" "She made you look weak." Marco's voice was harsh. "You let a maid's daughter save you in front of Khalid." "The men are talking. They think you're losing your edge." "I got the deal. That's what matters." "No, boss. Respect matters. Fear matters." Marco leans forward. "If people think you're going soft, they'll test you. You know how this works." Vinny felt anger building. But underneath there's uncertainty. Is he right? Did I show weakness by accepting help from someone so far beneath me? "What do you want me to do?" I asked coldly. "Fire the maid. Send a message. Show everyone you're still in control. Lena, she's been loyal for years. Loyalty doesn't matter if it costs you respect." The other men nod. They watch me carefully, testing me. My chest tightens. This is the old game. The game I've played for decades. Someone rises above their station. You push them back down. You remind everyone where they stand. "Fine," I say. The word tastes like ash. "Bring her to my office at noon." Marco smiles. "Good call, boss." They leave. I sit alone in the garden. The morning doesn't feel bright anymore. At noon, Lena and Amira stand in my office. Lena's hands shake. Amira stands straight. Her eyes are wary. Marco hands me a paper. "The dismissal form, boss." I look at it. Official. Final. My signature will end Lena's employment. Will end their livelihood. "Lena," I say, "your services are no longer required." Lena's breath catches. "Sir, what did I do wrong?" "Your daughter overstepped. She involved herself in business that wasn't her concern." "She was trying to help," Lena's voice breaks. "That's not her job." The words feel mechanical. "You'll receive 2 weeks' pay. Leave by tonight." Amira steps forward. Her face is pale but determined. "My mother has done nothing wrong. If you're angry at someone, be angry at me." "I'm not angry," I say, but my voice was cold. "I'm running a business. There are rules. Rules like punishing people for being kind." Something shifted in her expression. Not anger, disappointment. "I thought I saw something different in you yesterday. I was wrong." The words hit like a slap. Vinny felt shame rising. It burns in his chest. He wants to take it back, to tear up the paper, but Marco and the others are watching. "Enough!" I shout. "Get out, both of you!" Security escorts them toward the door. Lena is crying. Amira keeps her head high. At the threshold, she looks back. "My father used to say that power without honor is just cruelty," she says quietly. "He died saving people he didn't even know, because that's what good men do." Then they're gone. The door closes. The silence stretches through the room. Marco claps me on the shoulder. "Good. Now everyone knows the score." I nod, but I can't speak. Something is breaking inside me. Evening comes. I sit in my study with a bottle of whiskey. The room is dark, except for one lamp. Outside, thunder rumbles. A storm is rolling in. I replay the day over and over. Lena's tears. Amira's words. The disappointment in her eyes. Power without honor is just cruelty. My father used to say something similar, before he drank himself to death. Before I learned that kindness gets you killed in my world, I pour another drink. The whiskey burns going down. It doesn't help. The mansion feels emptier tonight. The staff moves quickly through their duties. No one meets my eyes. They're afraid. Good. Fear is all I have left. But is it enough? I think about Amira's face when she refused the necklace. The way she said kindness isn't for sale, like it was the simplest truth in the world. I never learned that lesson. I learned that everything has a price, everyone can be bought or broken. That's how you survive. But Amira didn't look broken when she left. She looked free, and I looked like exactly what I am. A man who destroys good things because he's too afraid to protect them. The thunder grows louder. Rain begins to pound against the windows. The lights flicker once, twice. I finish my drink in the darkness. My hands are shaking. My chest is tight. What have I done? The words come out as a whisper. No one answers. There's only the storm and the silence and the weight of my own choices. The lights flicker again. Then everything goes black. I sit in the darkness of my empty mansion. Outside, the storm rages. Inside, something else is breaking apart. My empire, my pride, my certainty that I built something worth having. All of it crumbling. All because I couldn't accept a simple gift. The gift of someone's kindness with no strings attached. Vinny felt lost. For the first time in decades, he doesn't know what to do next. The thunder echoes through the empty halls. and I am alone. Morning comes slowly. My head pounds. I didn't sleep. The storm passed but left everything soaked and grey. I walk through the mansion. The staff avoids me more than usual. The silence hangs heavy, oppressive. On my desk, I find a letter. It's from Khalid. My hands shake as I open it. Mr. Moretti, I have decided to withdraw my investment. During yesterday's meeting, I sensed something in you that gave me hope, a willingness to accept help with grace. But I have since learned of your treatment of the young woman who saved our meeting. A man who punishes kindness is a man without honor. I cannot do business with such a person. I wish you well, but our partnership ends here. K. Al-Rashid. The letter falls from my hands. Everything crashes down at once. The deal is dead. My reputation is damaged. My men will hear about this. They'll smell weakness and they'll be right. I slump in my chair. The weight presses down on my chest. This is what I built. An empire where kindness is punished and cruelty is rewarded. An empire where I'm so feared that no one tells me the truth. An empire worth nothing. I open my desk drawer. The gold necklace sits there, unused, unwanted, a symbol of everything wrong with my world. Amira's voice echoes in my mind. Kindness isn't for sale. She was teaching me something I should have learned long ago, but I was too proud, too afraid, too convinced that power meant never showing mercy. Now I'm alone, surrounded by luxury and fear, with nothing that matters. I pick up the necklace. The gold is cold in my palm. I close my fingers around it until the chain cuts into my skin. The pain feels deserved. Outside my window, the city stretches into the distance. Somewhere out there, Lena and Amira are starting over. Without me, without my cruelty in their lives, they're better off, but I'm not. I'm exactly what I always feared becoming, the man my father warned me about, the man who has everything and nothing at the same time. My chest tightens with something new. Not anger, not fear, grief. I'm grieving for the person I could have been, for the chance I just destroyed, for the small moment of grace Amira offered me that I threw away. The mansion is silent. The empire waits. The men are watching. And Vinnie Moretti, the man who feared nothing, realizes he's terrified of the person he's become. I set the necklace down gently, like it might break, like it matters. Maybe it does. Maybe it's not too late. But I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to be anything other than what I am. The silence stretches on. The morning light grows brighter, and I sit in my empty palace, wondering if redemption is even possible for someone like me. I can't stay in this mansion another hour. The walls close in. Every room reminds me of what I've done, who I've become. I grab my keys and leave. No security, no Marco, just me and my car, and the crushing weight of my mistakes. The city looks different in daylight. I've driven these streets 1,000 times, but I never really saw them, never noticed the small shops, the people walking with purpose, the children playing in parks. I never saw anything that didn't serve my interests. Now I see everything, and it hurts. I don't know where Lena and Amira live. I fired them without caring where they'd go, without thinking about their lives beyond my doors. Vinnie felt shame burning through him. It's becoming familiar now. This constant ache of regret. I start in the neighborhoods where my staff usually comes from, the poorer parts of town, buildings with chipped paint and cramped apartments. A world away from my marble halls. I park and walk. People stare at me. My suit costs more than most of them make in a month. I don't belong here. I never belonged anywhere except in my fortress of fear. "Excuse me," I say to an older man on a corner. "I'm looking for someone." "Lena Hassan. She has a daughter, Amira." The man eyes me suspiciously. "Who's asking?" "Someone who owes them an apology." He studies my face. Then he shakes his head. "Don't know them." I move on. Ask again. And again. Hours pass. My feet ache. The sun beats down. I'm not used to this. To being the one who searches, who needs something from others. Finally, a woman at a corner store nods. "Lena." "Sure, I know her. Good woman. Quiet. She and her daughter just moved into the apartments on Cedar Street, building with the blue door." "Thank you." My voice was rough with relief. She looks at me strangely. "You're that Moretti guy, aren't you? The one from the news?" I nod. Heat rises in my face. "Huh, never thought I'd see you around here." She turns back to her store. "Hope you're here for the right reasons." I drive to Cedar Street. The building is old but maintained. Flower boxes in some windows. Children's toys on the steps. It's humble, but it's cared for. I stand at the door. My hand hovers over the buzzer. What am I doing here? What can I possibly say that will matter? but I press it anyway, because doing nothing is worse than failing. A crackling voice comes through. Yes? Lena, it's Vincenzo Moretti. I need to speak with you. The silence stretches for a long moment. Then the door buzzes open. The apartment is small. 2 rooms, maybe 3. Clean but sparse. Lena stands in the doorway with her arms crossed. Her eyes are red. She's been crying. What do you want? Her voice was hard. To apologize, and to help if you'll let me. Amira appears behind her mother. She doesn't look afraid. She looks disappointed. That hurts more. Please, I say. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Lena steps aside. I enter. The apartment smells like cooking spices and soap. Everything is neat, organized. A home built from very little but filled with care. I stand awkwardly in the center of the room. These women have no reason to trust me. I destroyed their lives because I was too weak to stand up to Marco. I was wrong, I say. The words feel heavy, important. What I did to you was cruel, unjust. I let fear control me. Fear of what? Amira asks. We never threatened you. Fear of looking weak, of losing control. Vinny felt his throat tighten. My whole life, I've believed that power means never showing mercy, never accepting help. It's kept me alive, but it's made me into something terrible. Lena's eyes soften slightly. So why come here now? Because I can't live with what I've become. My hands shake. I pull an envelope from my pocket. This is money, enough to cover rent for a year. And more, I want to make things right. Amira steps forward. She takes the envelope. Then she hands it back to me. Her touch is gentle but firm. We don't need your guilt, Mr. Moretti, she says quietly. We need kindness. Real kindness. Not money to make you feel better. The words cut deep. Because she's right. I'm trying to buy forgiveness. Trying to fix everything with cash like I always do. Then what do I do? My voice breaks. How do I make this right? You can't. Amira's breath caught. Not today. Maybe not ever. But if you really want to change, start by learning what kindness actually means. She moves to the door, opens it. The message is clear. I walk out. In the hallway, I turn back. I'm sorry. For everything. Lena nods once. Then the door closes. I stand there for a long moment. Outside, rain begins to fall. It soaks through my expensive suit, makes everything cold. But I barely feel it. I'm numb, hollow. She was right. I can't buy my way out of this. I have to become someone different, someone worthy of forgiveness. I just don't know how. The next morning, I sit in my car outside a community park. Children play on swings. Parents watch from benches. Everyone looks content, normal. I remember being a child, before my father's drinking, before I learned that the world was cruel. I used to play in parks like this, used to believe in good things. When did I forget? My phone rings. It's Marco. I don't answer. He's called 6 times today, asking where I am, what I'm doing, trying to control me like always. I turn off the phone. For once, I don't care what my men think. Instead, I drive to a grocery store. I buy food, lots of it. Bread, eggs, milk, vegetables, meat. Enough for several families. The cashier looks confused. Planning a party? Something like that. I drive back to Cedar Street, park around the corner, wait until evening when the streets are quiet. Then I carry the groceries to Lena's building, leave them outside her door with a simple note from a friend. I don't knock, I just leave. But something shifts in my chest, a small warmth. The first good thing I've done in years. Over the next week, I keep going back, not to Lena's building, to the neighborhood. I learn the streets, the people, the struggles. Mrs. Chen's roof leaks. I pay a contractor to fix it. Anonymously, the Rodriguez family can't afford their heating bill. I cover it, through a third party. The community center needs new computers. They appear one morning, no name attached. It feels strange, doing good without credit, without anyone knowing it's me. All my life I've demanded recognition, demanded fear and respect. But this is different. This is kindness for its own sake. Like Amira said, not for sale, not for show. Vinny felt something changing inside him, like ice melting, like chains breaking. I start to sleep better. The nightmares fade. When I look in the mirror, I see someone I almost recognize, someone who might be worth saving. The neighborhood begins to buzz with rumors. People talk about the mysterious helper, the one who fixes things, who pays bills, who leaves food. It's like an angel, Mrs. Chen says to her friend. I'm sitting in a nearby cafe, listening. Things are just better now. Must be someone with money who cares. her friend responds. Maybe, or maybe God is finally answering our prayers. I smile into my coffee. For the first time in decades, I feel useful, needed, not for my power or fear, just for the good I can do. But back at the mansion, things are falling apart. Marco confronts me in the study one evening. Boss, where have you been? The men are asking questions. Handling business. What business? His voice was sharp. You're not at the usual meetings. You're not taking calls. Khalid pulled out of the deal, and you haven't done anything about it. There's nothing to do, it's done. Marco's eyes narrow. You're not acting like yourself. Are you sick? No, I'm fine. Then what's going on? Vinny felt trapped. He can't tell Marco the truth. Marco would never understand. He'd see it as weakness, as betrayal. I'm reassessing things, I say carefully, thinking about the future. The future is the same as always. Money, power, control. Marco leans closer. Don't lose sight of that. Men like us don't get second chances. We get revenge. He leaves. The words hang in the air. Men like us. Is that what I still am? Or am I becoming something else? I look at the gold necklace on my desk. Still there. Still waiting. Still a reminder of the moment everything changed. Late one afternoon, I volunteer at a local elderly center. I wear old clothes, a baseball cap. No one recognizes me. I'm just another volunteer serving soup. The work is hard, physical, humbling, but it feels right. The elderly residents smile at me, thank me, treat me like a person, not a king. Then I see her. Amira stands across the room with a tray of food. She moves between tables, talking with the residents. Her voice is warm, patient. She makes each person feel seen. Our eyes found each other. She freezes. Surprise flashes across her face. I set down the ladle, walk over slowly. My heart pounds. Amira, Mr. Moretti. Something shifted in her expression. What are you doing here? The same as you, trying to help. She studies me, really looks at me, like she's searching for something. How long have you been coming here? 2 weeks. I've been trying to change, like you said. Her breath catches. You listened. I didn't have a choice. Your words stayed with me, haunted me. We stand in silence. Around us, the elderly residents chat and eat. The world continues, but this moment feels suspended, important. Can we talk? I ask. Just for a few minutes. She nods. We step outside. The evening air is cool, birds sing in the trees. It's peaceful, simple. I'm sorry, I say again, for everything. I know I can't undo it, but I want you to know I'm trying to be better. I can see that. Her voice was soft. People in the neighborhood talk about the mysterious helper. That's you, isn't it? I nod. Heat rises in my face. I didn't want anyone to know. It felt wrong to do it for credit. That's real kindness. Amira smiles. It's small, but genuine. My father would have liked that. Tell me about him. She sits on a nearby bench. I join her, keeping a respectful distance. She looks at the sky. Her eyes are distant, remembering. He was a translator during the Gulf War. He helped refugees communicate with aid workers. One day, a building collapsed during a raid. He went back in to save trapped civilians. Her hands tightened in her lap. He didn't make it out. I'm sorry. He taught me that courage isn't about being fearless. It's about doing what's right even when you're terrified. Her eyes found mine. He taught me Arabic because he said language builds bridges between people, between enemies, between strangers who could become friends. Vinny felt tears pricking his eyes. He sounds like a remarkable man. He was, and he believed that goodness always finds its way back. Amira turns to me, even to people who think they're beyond saving. The words settle into my chest, deep, permanent. Then maybe there's hope for me yet, I whisper. Maybe. She stands. But hope isn't enough, Mr. Moretti. You have to keep choosing it, every single day, even when it's hard. She goes back inside. I sit alone on the bench. The sun sets slowly. The sky turns orange and purple. Beautiful. For the first time in my life, I understand what it means to be truly humbled, and I'm grateful for it. I stop hiding. I start funding community repairs openly, using my real name, my resources, my connections. The neighborhood school needs a new playground. I build it. The local clinic needs supplies. I donate them. Families struggling with debt. I work with them, forgive loans, create payment plans that actually help. It feels like shedding skin, becoming new. The old Vinny would never do this, would never expose himself like this, but the old Vinny was dying anyway, alone in his mansion, surrounded by fear. This Vinny might actually live. News travels fast. Soon, Khalid hears about the changes. He sends a letter. Mr. Moretti, actions speak louder than apologies. I see you are learning this truth. Perhaps we will speak again someday. For now, I am watching with interest. K. Al-Rashid. It's not forgiveness, but it's acknowledgement, and that means something. Lena sees me at the community center one afternoon. I'm helping install new bookshelves. She watches for a moment. Then she approaches. Mr. Moretti. I turn. My heart races. Lena, how are you? Better. We found jobs. Good ones. Her voice was cautious. I hear you've been helping the neighborhood. Trying to. I have a lot to make up for. She nods slowly. Amira told me about your conversation. She thinks you're sincere. I am. I promise you that. The silence stretches between us. But it's not hostile, just careful, uncertain. Thank you for not giving up, she says quietly. Most men in your position would have just moved on, found someone else to control. I'm tired of control. I want connection, meaning. Vinny felt his throat tighten. I want to be someone my father would be proud of instead of someone he'd fear. Lena's eyes soften. That's a good goal. Keep working toward it. She leaves. But something has shifted. The wall between us is cracking. Forgiveness might be possible someday, not today, but someday. And that's enough to keep going. Amira starts teaching language classes at the community center, Arabic and English for immigrants. I fund the program, provide materials, but I stay in the background, let her shine. I watch from the doorway sometimes, see her work with children and adults. Her patience is endless. Her kindness is natural. She's everything I'm trying to become. One evening she notices me watching. She waves me over. Would you like to help? She asks. I don't speak Arabic. You could help with English. Some students struggle with pronunciation. I hesitate. Then I nod. I'd like that. For the next hour, I sit with struggling students, help them sound out words, encourage them when they're frustrated. It's humbling work, important work. At the end, a young boy smiles at me. Thank you, teacher. My chest tightens. No one has looked at me with trust like that in years. Without fear, just gratitude. You're welcome, I say. My voice breaks slightly. After class, Amira and I walk outside together. The night is clear. Stars shine above. You're good at this, she says. Teaching, helping. I'm trying. I can tell. Something shifted in her expression. My mother is starting to forgive you. It's slow, but it's happening. And you? I ask carefully. Amira stops walking. She looks at me, really sees me. I think you're becoming the person you were always meant to be, but you lost somewhere along the way. Vinny felt tears burning. I want to keep becoming that person. I don't want to go back. Then don't. Keep choosing kindness. Keep choosing truth. Her voice was gentle. Keep choosing hope. We stand in the darkness. Two people from completely different worlds, finding common ground in the simplest things. Humanity, compassion, grace. Thank you, I whisper, for not giving up on me. I haven't given up, but you have to keep proving yourself every day. She smiles. That's how redemption works. It's not one moment. It's a lifetime of moments. She heads home. I watch her go. Then I return to my car. On the passenger seat sits the gold necklace. I've been carrying it everywhere, a reminder of where I started. Maybe someday I'll give it to her, when I've earned the right, when my kindness isn't tainted by guilt. Until then, I'll keep working, keep building, keep becoming. The mansion feels emptier every night, but the neighborhood feels like home. And that's a trade I'll make every time. Weeks pass. My transformation becomes visible, undeniable. The community accepts me, not as Vinny Moretti, the mob boss, as Vinny Moretti, the neighbor, the helper, the friend. But back in my organization, trouble brews. Marco's resentment grows. He watches me with cold eyes, calculates, plans. One night, he corners me in the mansion. Several men stand behind him. The air is tense, dangerous. Boss, the men want answers. Where's our money going? Into legitimate investments. Community work. Community work. Marco's voice was harsh. We're not a charity. We're an organization. We take. We don't give. That's changing. Over my dead body. He steps closer. You've gone soft. Weak. The Vinny I knew would never waste resources on people who can't pay back. Vinny felt anger rising. But underneath, there's clarity. The Vinny you knew was dying inside. This version is finally alive. This version is a fool. Marco turns to the others. I say we remove him. Find new leadership. Someone who remembers what we're about. The men shift uncomfortably. Some nod, others look uncertain. My empire is crumbling, and I don't even care anymore. Do what you want, I say quietly. I'm not that man anymore. I won't be that man ever again. Marco's eyes narrow. He sees the truth. I'm not backing down. I'm not afraid. I'm free. You'll regret this, he says. He storms out. The others follow. The mansion falls silent, but I'm not worried. I'm at peace. Whatever happens next, I chose the right path. I chose redemption over power, love over fear, and that's worth everything. That evening I drive to the community center. There's an event tonight, a celebration of the new programs, the new hope growing in this neighborhood. I arrive early, help set up tables, hang decorations, work alongside people who once would have feared me. Now they greet me warmly, pat my back, thank me. Lena is there with Amira. They're arranging food. When Lena sees me, she smiles. It's small, but it's real. Mr. Moretti, thank you for coming. Of course, I wouldn't miss this. Amira brings me a plate of food. You need to eat. You've been working all day. I take it gratefully. We sit together at a corner table. Around us, the room fills with families. Children run and play. Laughter echoes. This is what matters, I say quietly. This is what I should have been building all along. Amira's breath caught. You're building it now. That's what counts. I wish I'd understood earlier. Before I hurt so many people. The past shapes us, but it doesn't have to trap us. Her voice was soft. You're proof of that. I look at her. This young woman who changed my entire life, who showed me that kindness isn't weakness, that mercy is strength. Thank you, I say, for seeing something in me worth saving. I saw what you couldn't see, what was always there. She smiles. You just needed someone to believe in you. The celebration continues. Music plays, people dance. I sit with Lena and Amira, part of something bigger than myself, part of a community, a family. For the first time in decades, Vinny felt truly happy, not the hollow satisfaction of power, real joy, deep, lasting. This is home. This is where I belong, not in a marble mansion. Here, among people who care, who forgive, who hope. Later that night, after everyone leaves, I help clean up. Amira works beside me. We move in comfortable silence, partners in this small, quiet work. The center is planning to expand, she says. More programs, more help for families. Whatever you need, I'll provide. You've already given so much. It's not enough. It'll never be enough, but I'll keep trying. My hands tightened on the broom. This is my life now. This is what I choose. Something shifted in her expression. Warmth, approval, maybe even affection. Then you're exactly who my father said good men could become. People who choose others over themselves. We finish cleaning, lock up, stand outside under the stars. Good night, Mr. Moretti, Amira says. Good night, and Amira, call me Vinny. She smiles. Good night, Vinny. She walks away. I watch until she reaches her building safely. Then I head to my car. The night is peaceful, clear, beautiful. Everything feels right, perfect. But in the shadows across the street, Marco watches. His face is twisted with rage, with envy, with hatred for everything I've become. He pulls out his phone, makes a call, gives orders. His voice is cold, final, and I don't see any of it. Don't sense the danger. Don't know that everything I've built is about to burn. I drive home thinking about tomorrow, about the new programs, about helping more people, about continuing this journey toward redemption. I don't know that tonight my past catches up to me, that Marco has decided to destroy the one thing I care about, the neighborhood, the community, Lena and Amira. I don't know that by morning, everything will change, that I'll face a choice that defines who I truly am. Terror or courage, death or life, the old Vinny or the new. But for now, I'm at peace, driving through quiet streets, believing that goodness wins, that redemption is possible, that love conquers fear. For now, I'm finally home. The phone rings at 3 in the morning. I'm pulled from sleep, disoriented. My heart pounds before I even answer. Boss! The voice is panicked. One of my younger men, Tony. There's a fire. Cedar Street. The building with the blue door. My blood turns to ice. What? Marco. He ordered it. I didn't know until after. Boss, I'm sorry. I tried to call sooner, but I'm already moving, pulling on clothes, grabbing keys. My hands shake so badly I drop them twice. Call 911. Get fire trucks there now. They're already coming, but boss, the fire is spreading fast. I run to my car. The engine roars to life. I tear out of the driveway. Streets blur past. Every second feels like an eternity. Vinny felt terror unlike anything he's ever known. Not fear for himself, fear for them, for Lena and Amira, for the innocents trapped inside. This is my fault. Marco did this because of me, because I changed, because I chose them over the organization. My chest tightens. I can't breathe. The city passes in flashes of light and shadow. I push the car faster, reckless, desperate. Please, please let them be okay. I smell the smoke before I see the flames. Thick, choking, black clouds rising into the night sky. The building is engulfed. Fire pours from windows. People scream. Residents pour into the street in nightclothes, panicked, crying. I abandon my car in the middle of the street, run toward the chaos. A firefighter tries to stop me. Sir, you can't go in there. People are still inside. We're working on it. You need to stay back. I scan the crowd frantically, looking for them, desperate to see their faces. Mrs. Chen is there, the Rodriguez family, others I recognize, but not Lena, not Amira. My breath catches. No, no. The 4th floor, someone shouts. People are trapped on the 4th floor. That's their floor, their apartment. I break away from the firefighter, run toward the entrance. Behind me, voices yell. Hands grab at me, but I'm stronger, faster, driven by something beyond reason. The heat hits me like a wall. Smoke fills my lungs. I pull my shirt over my mouth, push forward into hell. The hallway is chaos. Flames lick the walls. The ceiling cracks above. Debris falls. Everything is heat and smoke and death. I know this building. I've been here enough times. 4th floor, turn left, 3rd door. I climb the stairs. My eyes burn. My lungs scream. Every breath is agony. Lena, Amira! My voice is raw. The 4th floor is worse. Fire blocks half the hallway. I see a figure lying near their door. Lena. I run to her, drop to my knees. She's unconscious, smoke inhalation, but she's breathing. I lift her. She's lighter than I expected, fragile. I carry her toward the stairs. Each step is torture. The building groans around us. It's collapsing. At the stairs, a firefighter appears. He takes Lena from me. There's someone else, I gasp. Her daughter. 4th floor, 3rd door. Sir, you need to evacuate now. Not without her. I turn back. The hallway is an inferno. The ceiling is falling. Every instinct screams to run, to save myself. But Amira is in there, and I will not lose her. I cover my face and run back into the flames. Their apartment door is jammed. I kick it once, twice. It splinters, gives way. Inside, smoke is so thick I can't see. I drop to my knees, crawl forward, feel along the floor. Amira! My voice is barely a whisper now. My throat is destroyed. Then I see her, collapsed near the window. Debris has fallen on her legs. She's pinned, unconscious. Vinny felt panic rising. The building is dying. We have seconds, maybe less. I grab the beam, pull with everything I have. It doesn't move. I try again. My muscles scream. My hands bleed. It shifts. Just enough. I drag her free, lift her into my arms. She's so still, so quiet, but her heart beats. I can feel it against my chest. I turn toward the door. The ceiling collapses behind us. Fire roars. The world is ending. I run, through the smoke, through the flames, down the stairs that are falling apart beneath my feet. We burst through the entrance just as the building shudders. I carry Amira across the street, lay her gently on the ground. Paramedics rush over, start working immediately. I step back, watch helplessly. Behind us, the building collapses. 4 stories of brick and wood, and lives crashing down. The sound is deafening, final. I fall to my knees. My hands are burned. My clothes are smoking. Everything hurts, but I'm alive. She's alive. The ambulance races through empty streets, sirens wailing. I sit beside Amira, hold her hand. Her skin is gray. She's not waking up. Please, I whisper. Please don't leave. The paramedic works steadily, checking vitals, administering oxygen. His face is grim. How bad? I ask. Smoke inhalation. Possible internal injuries from the debris. We won't know until we get to the hospital. My throat tightens. This is my fault, all of it. Marco did this because I changed, because I dared to be good, and innocent people paid the price. At the hospital, they rush Amira away. Lena is already being treated, stable but weak. I'm escorted to a room. A doctor examines my burns. You're lucky, she says. These are mostly 1st and 2nd degree. You'll heal. What about the girl? Amira Hassan? I don't have information yet. You'll need to wait. But I can't wait. I pace the hallway. Every minute stretches into eternity. Nurses pass. Doctors move between rooms. The fluorescent lights are too bright. Everything is sterile, cold. Finally, a doctor approaches. His expression is careful, professional. It tells me nothing. Mr. Moretti, Amira Hassan is in critical condition. The smoke damage to her lungs is severe. We've stabilized her, but the next 24 hours are crucial. My legs weaken. I grab the wall for support. Can I see her? Not yet, she's in the ICU, family only. I start to say I'm not family, but my voice breaks. Please, I need to see her. Something shifted in his expression. Pity. Understanding. 5 minutes, that's all. The ICU is quiet. Machines beep steadily. Amira lies in a bed surrounded by tubes and wires. Her face is pale, peaceful. She looks so young. I approach slowly, like she might break if I move too fast. Pull a chair close. Sit down heavily. I'm sorry. The words come out broken, raw. This is my fault, all of it. She doesn't respond. The machines breathe for her, monitor her heart, keep her alive. I take her hand carefully. It's small in mine, warm, real. You told me that goodness always finds its way back, I whisper. I tried to believe you. I tried to become someone better, but my past caught up to us anyway. Tears run down my face. I don't wipe them away. I don't know how to pray. I forgot how decades ago, but I'm trying now. My voice was thick with emotion. If anyone's listening, please, save her. She's good, pure, everything I'm not. The world needs her more than it needs me. The silence stretches. Only the machines respond. Steady, mechanical, uncaring. If you wake up, I say quietly, I promise I'll change everything. No more half measures. No more living in the shadows. I'll tear down my whole empire if that's what it takes. I'll confess everything. Face justice. Whatever you need. Whatever makes this right. Vinny felt something breaking inside him. The last walls. The final defenses. Everything I've built to protect myself from feeling, from caring. It's all gone now. Burned away in the flames. Leaving only raw humanity. Vulnerability. Love. Please wake up, I whisper. Please. A nurse touches my shoulder gently. Sir, you need to let her rest. I nod, stand slowly. My body aches. Every movement is pain. But it's nothing compared to the ache in my chest. In the hallway, Lena sits in a wheelchair. Her face is streaked with tears. When she sees me, something shifts in her expression. You saved us. Her voice was hoarse from smoke. Both of us. I'm the reason you needed saving. No, Marco is the reason. You're the reason we're alive. I sink into a chair beside her. I should have seen this coming. Should have protected you. You can't control what evil men do. Lena reaches for my hand, takes it in hers. But you can control who you are, and tonight you were a hero. The word feels wrong. I'm not a hero. Heroes don't create the monsters that destroy innocent lives. But I accept her hand. Hold it gently. We sit in silence. Two people bound by tragedy, by choices, by the desperate hope that Amira will survive. Hours pass. Dawn comes slowly. Grey light filters through hospital windows. I don't leave. Can't leave. Marco is arrested. The police call for my statement. I tell them everything. The fire, the organization, years of crimes I've committed, names, dates, evidence. Mr. Moretti, the detective says carefully, you understand you're confessing to serious crimes? Yes. You could go to prison. I know. My hands tightened in my lap. I deserve to. The detective studies me. Why now? Why confess after all these years? Because living with fear and lies almost cost me everything that matters. Because a young woman taught me that honor is worth more than power. Vinny felt his throat tighten. Because I can't change the past, but I can face it honestly. He takes my statement, records everything. When he leaves, I feel lighter, cleaner. The truth has weight, but it's a good weight. Solid, real. I return to the ICU, sit by Amira's bed again. The machines still breathe for her. She's still fighting. I told them everything, I say quietly. Confessed to all of it. Marco will go to prison for arson, for attempted murder, and I'll face whatever consequences come. Her chest rises and falls, mechanical, steady. Khalid was right. Truth is the only language that matters. My voice breaks. I just wish I'd learned that before you paid the price. The next day, Khalid arrives at the hospital. I'm surprised to see him, ashamed to face him. Mr. Al-Rashid, I didn't expect you. I heard about the fire, about what you did. His voice was measured. I came to see if the man I hoped you could become is real. We walk to the cafeteria, sit with terrible coffee. The hospital hums around us with quiet urgency. I saved them, I say, but only after my choices put them in danger. That's not heroism. That's damage control, perhaps. Or perhaps it's the first step of true transformation. Khalid sips his coffee. When I first met you, I saw a man controlled by fear, powered by cruelty. You reminded me of who I used to be before I learned that wealth without wisdom is meaningless. You? You seem so calm, certain. Now, yes. But 30 years ago, I was ruthless, driven only by profit. Then someone showed me mercy I didn't deserve. Something shifted in his expression. It changed everything, as Amira changed you. Vinny felt tears threatening again. What if she doesn't wake up? What if my redemption cost her life? Then you honor her by continuing the work, by becoming fully who she believed you could be. Khalid leans forward. Redemption isn't one dramatic act, it's 1,000 small choices, made daily, for the rest of your life. His words settle into my chest. True, permanent. Will you help me? I ask quietly. When she wakes up, we'll need to rebuild, not just the building, the community, their trust, everything. When she wakes up, Khalid says with certainty. Yes, I will help. 3 days pass. Amira remains unconscious. The doctors talk about complications, concerns. They use careful words that mean danger, death, loss. But I don't leave. I sleep in the chair beside her bed, eat hospital food, live in this small room with machines and hope. Lena visits daily, sits on the other side of the bed. We don't talk much, just exist together in the waiting, in the fear, in the prayer. On the 4th night, I'm reading from a book I found in the hospital chapel. Arabic prayers. I don't understand most of them. But I sound out the words carefully, hoping somehow they reach her. Fi kulli shay kaya. In everything there is good. The words feel true. Even here, even now, there is good. I'm holding hands with a woman I wronged, sitting beside someone I love, facing truth instead of running from it. Ana Asif, I am sorry. My Arabic is terrible. The pronunciation is wrong, but I keep going, keep trying. It's all I have to offer. Inta kawiya, you are strong. Then her fingers move, just slightly, but I feel it. My breath catches. Amira, her lips part. A whisper, so faint I barely hear it, but the words are in Arabic. Soft, clear. La yazal hunaka al-khair fik. There's still good in you. Tears stream down my face. I press the call button. Stand. Look at her face. Her eyes are still closed, but she's there. Fighting. Coming back. You're right, I whisper, because you showed me how to find it. Doctors and nurses rush in. I'm pushed aside, but I don't care. She spoke. She's alive. She's coming back to us. Vinny felt joy exploding in his chest. Pure. Overwhelming. The weight of the last 4 days lifts. She's going to live. She's going to live. Recovery is slow. Amira wakes fully the next day, weak, confused, but alive. Her first words are asking about her mother. She's fine, healing. She's here. Lena comes immediately. Mother and daughter hold each other, cry together. I step out, give them privacy, give them the reunion they deserve. In the hallway, I lean against the wall, close my eyes, thank whatever force in the universe gave us this second chance. When I return, Amira looks at me. Her eyes are tired but clear. You saved us. Her voice was rough, from the breathing tube. I almost got you killed. No, Marco did that. You risked your life to fix it. She reaches for my hand. That's who you really are. Not the man who fired us. The man who ran into fire. I'm both men, trying to kill one, become the other. Then keep trying, I believe in you. Those words, the same words that started everything. But now they mean more. They're not just hope. They're certainty, evidence, truth proven by action. I will, I promise, every single day, for the rest of my life. Weeks pass. Amira grows stronger. Lena recovers fully. The fire investigation confirms Marco's guilt. He's sentenced to 20 years. His men scatter. My organization collapses, and I feel nothing but relief. The district attorney offers me a deal. Testify against the remaining members. Accept probation instead of prison time. Community service, financial restitution. I take it, not because I deserve mercy, but because I can do more good outside than inside. You're getting a second chance, the attorney says. Most people don't. Don't waste it. I won't. I sell the mansion, everything in it, the cars, the jewelry, every symbol of my old life. It feels like shedding a skin, becoming new. With the money, I buy one of my old warehouses, the largest one, begin converting it into something beautiful, something worthy, a community center, a real one, with classrooms, medical clinic, job training, language programs, everything the neighborhood needs. I work alongside contractors. My hands bleed, my back aches, but it's good work, clean work, building instead of destroying. Khalid donates funds, substantial funds, enough to hire staff, buy equipment, make this dream real. What will you call it? He asks one day as we survey the construction. I don't hesitate. The House of Amira. 2 months later, the center opens. The neighborhood gathers. Hundreds of people. Children run through halls that used to store contraband. Families explore rooms that once held darkness. Now it's all light, hope, life. Amira stands beside me at the entrance. She's fully recovered, stronger than ever. Her mother is beside her. Both women smile. Are you ready? Amira asks. I don't know. I've never done anything like this before. That's what makes it beautiful. It's entirely new. Something shifted in her expression. Warmth, pride. Just speak from your heart. I step forward. The crowd quiets. All eyes turn to me. Once that would have filled me with power. Now it fills me with humility. Thank you for coming, I say. My voice carries through the space. This center exists because of all of you. Your forgiveness, your hope, your belief that people can change. People listen. Some faces are skeptical, others are open, accepting. I was lost for a long time, powerful but empty, feared but alone. Vinny felt his throat tightening. Then a young woman showed me that kindness is the real power, that mercy is true strength, that love is the only thing worth building a life on. I look at Amira. She smiles, encourages me to continue. This center is named for Amira Hassan, daughter of a hero, teacher of compassion, the person who saved my life by believing I could be better. My hands tightened on the ribbon. May everyone who enters here find the same grace she showed me. I cut the ribbon. It falls away. The doors open. People cheer, pour inside. Laughter echoes through halls that once knew only silence. Khalid approaches, shakes my hand firmly. Now you're finally speaking a language the world understands. Truth and love. I learned from the best teachers. We watch as the neighborhood claims this space, makes it their own. Children play, adults talk, hope spreads like light. Amira touches my arm. My father would have loved this. I wish I could have met him. You carry his legacy now, building bridges, creating understanding. Her voice was soft. He'd be proud. Those words settle into my soul, deeper than anything. A benediction, a blessing I don't deserve, but will spend my life trying to earn. Evening comes. The celebration winds down. I walk through the empty halls, touch the walls, feel the solid reality of this place. From nothing to something, from darkness to light, from death to life. Lena finds me in the main hall. She's been managing operations, coordinating volunteers. She's perfect for the role. It's beautiful, she says, all of it. It's a start, a foundation to build on. More than that, it's proof that change is real, that people can truly transform. Her eyes found mine. You saved my daughter twice. Once from that fire, once by becoming someone worthy of her faith. Vinny felt tears burning. I don't know if I'll ever be worthy, but I'll keep trying. That's all any of us can do. Lena hugs me gently, brief, meaningful. Thank you, Vinny, for not giving up. She leaves. I stand alone in the gathering darkness. Outside, streetlights flicker on. The city comes alive with evening sounds. I think about my father, the man who drank himself to death, who told me the world was cruel. That kindness was weakness. He was wrong. Kindness is the hardest thing, the bravest thing. It takes more courage to love than to fear. I learned that from a girl who refused a necklace, who stepped forward when everyone else froze, who believed in redemption when I didn't believe in myself. Amira changed everything, not with grand gestures, with small truths, quiet grace, steady faith. And now I'm changed, not perfect, not finished, but different, better, real. The House of Amira stands as proof, as promise, as hope made solid. I lock the doors, head toward my small apartment. It's nothing like the mansion. 2 rooms, basic furniture, but it's mine, earned honestly, lived in peacefully. For the first time in my life, I'm truly home. Not because of where I sleep, because of who I've become. Someone who builds instead of destroys, who gives instead of takes, who loves instead of fears. The streets are quiet tonight, safe. I walk with my head high. Not with pride, with peace. My phone buzzes. A text from Amira. Thank you for today, for everything. See you tomorrow for language class? I smile. Type back. I'll be there. Teacher, the night is beautiful, clear, full of stars. And for the first time in decades, Vinnie Moretti looks up and sees them, not as distant lights, but as proof that even in darkness there is beauty, hope, grace. And tomorrow, the work continues. Building, teaching, loving, living, one day at a time, one choice at a time, one moment of kindness at a time, until redemption becomes not a destination, but a way of life. The following weeks settle into rhythm. I wake early each morning, walk to the center, unlock the doors, watch as the neighborhood comes alive. Children arrive for breakfast programs, adults come for job training, elderly residents gather for social hours. The building hums with life and purpose. Vinnie felt grateful for this routine, for the simplicity of useful work, for belonging to something bigger than himself. Amira teaches language classes 3 times a week. I assist when I can. My Arabic is improving slowly. The students laugh at my pronunciation, but they're patient, kind. You're getting better, Amira says one afternoon. We're cleaning up after class, putting away materials, straightening chairs. I have a good teacher. You have determination. That's more important. Her eyes found mine. Most people give up when things get hard. I can't give up. Not after everything. She nods. Understanding passes between us. We've been through fire together. Literally. That creates bonds that don't break. Lena appears in the doorway. Vinnie, there's someone here to see you. I follow her to the main office. A young woman sits there nervously. She's maybe 25. Her clothes are worn but clean. Her hands tighten in her lap. Mr. Moretti? I'm Sarah. I heard you help people find jobs. I sit down across from her. I try. What kind of work are you looking for? Anything honest. I have a record. Made mistakes when I was younger, but I'm trying to change. Start over. Her words echo my own journey. I understand that desperation, that hope for second chances. Tell me about your skills. We talk for an hour. She's smart, capable, just needs an opportunity. A door that isn't locked because of her past. I know a restaurant owner. He's willing to hire people with records if they're serious about changing. I write down the information. Tell him I sent you. He'll give you a fair shot. Sarah's breath caught. Tears fill her eyes. Thank you. You don't know what this means. I do know. More than you think. Vinnie felt his chest tightening. Everyone deserves a second chance. You're getting yours. She leaves with hope in her eyes, purpose in her step. I watch through the window as she walks down the street. Lighter, freer. This is the work that matters. Not grand gestures. Small acts of mercy. Opening doors, building bridges, creating possibilities. That evening, Khalid visits the center. He's become a regular presence, donating funds, offering advice, becoming a true friend. We sit in the garden behind the building. It's small, but peaceful. Flowers bloom, birds sing. The city noise fades here. The center is thriving, Khalid says. You should be proud. I'm grateful. There's a difference. Wisdom, he smiles. You've learned the hardest lesson. That success means nothing without purpose. You taught me that. You and Amira both. Khalid is quiet for a moment. His expression is thoughtful, careful. I've been considering something. A scholarship fund, named after Amira's father, for children of immigrants who want to study languages and international relations. My throat tightens. That's beautiful. Will you help me establish it? You understand this community, their needs, their dreams. Of course, it would be an honor. We shake hands. The gesture feels weighty, significant. 2 men from different worlds, building something together, creating legacy through love instead of fear. You've changed, Khalid says quietly. Completely. When we first met, you were ice. Now you're fire. But the good kind. The kind that warms instead of destroys. I had help. Good people who refused to give up on me. That's grace. And you're paying it forward. Something shifted in his expression. That's how redemption works. We receive mercy, then we extend it to others. The sun sets slowly. The sky turns orange and pink. We sit in comfortable silence. 2 friends, 2 believers, Two men committed to building instead of breaking. Months pass. Fall arrives. The center expands programs. More classes, more services, more hope spreading through the neighborhood. I see Marco's trial on the news. He's convicted, sentenced, led away in chains. Once, I would have felt satisfaction, victory. Now I just feel sad. He chose fear over love, power over peace. And now he'll spend years in a cage of his own making. But I chose differently, and I'm free, truly free. Not because I escaped justice, because I faced it honestly. The probation officer visits monthly, reviews my community service hours, my financial restitution, my progress. You're doing well, Mr. Moretti. Better than most. I have good reasons to stay on track. What reasons? I think about Amira teaching children, Lena managing operations, Sarah working at the restaurant, the countless others finding hope here. Love, I say simply. Love is the reason. The officer nods, makes notes, leaves satisfied, and I return to work, to the life I'm building, one honest day at a time. Winter comes. The center hosts a holiday celebration. The building fills with music and laughter. Children perform songs. Adults share food. Everyone belongs here. Amira and I stand near the back, watching, taking it all in. Her shoulder brushes mine. The contact is casual, comfortable. This is what my father dreamed of, she says quietly. Places where people from different backgrounds come together, learn from each other, build understanding. He'd be proud of you, of what you've created. We created it, together. Her voice was soft. You made it possible. You made me possible. The person I am now, that's your creation. She looks at me, really looks. Her eyes search my face. Something shifts in her expression. Warmth, affection, maybe something deeper. You give me too much credit. I give you exactly what you're due. Vinny felt his heart racing. You saved my life, my soul, everything that matters. The silence stretches between us, but it's not awkward. It's full, rich, pregnant with meaning. Vinny, she starts, then stops, hesitates. What? Nothing. Just thank you for everything. But I sense there's more. Words unsaid, feelings unspoken. Maybe someday she'll share them. Maybe someday I'll earn the right to hear them. For now, this is enough. Standing beside her, building something beautiful, living with purpose and peace. The celebration continues. I help serve food, talk with families, play with children, belong to this community in ways I never belonged anywhere before. Lena finds me near the end of the evening. Vinny, can we talk? We step into her office. She closes the door. Her face is serious, but not unkind. I want you to know something, she says. I forgive you completely for everything that happened. My breath catches. Lena, let me finish. Her hands tightened at her sides. What you did was wrong, cruel, but what you've become is remarkable. You faced your sins honestly, changed fundamentally. That takes courage most people never find. Tears burn my eyes. I don't deserve your forgiveness. None of us deserve the grace we're given. That's what makes it grace. She takes my hands. You're family now, part of us, part of this community. I want you to know that. I can't speak, the words won't come, so I just nod. Hold her hands. Let the forgiveness wash over me like baptism. Family. I haven't had family in decades. Didn't think I'd ever have it again. But here it is, offered freely, without conditions. Vinny felt something breaking open in his chest. The last walls, the final defenses, everything that kept me isolated, alone, safe but empty. It's all gone now, and I'm vulnerable, open, human. And it's the best thing I've ever felt. The new year arrives. The center is 1 year old. We plan a celebration, an anniversary event. The neighborhood is excited. I work with Amira to organize everything. We spend long hours together, planning, preparing. Our friendship has deepened into something comfortable, natural. Sometimes I catch her watching me. Her expression is soft, thoughtful, like she's seeing something new, something she didn't notice before. And sometimes I watch her, see her kindness, her strength, her unwavering belief in redemption, and my heart aches with feelings I'm not sure I have the right to name. What are you thinking? She asks one afternoon. We're arranging chairs in the main hall. That I'm grateful for all of this, for you. You say that a lot, because I feel it constantly. I set down a chair, face her directly. You changed my life, Amira, completely. I was dead inside. You brought me back to life. Her breath caught. Color rises in her cheeks. I just showed you what was already there, the goodness you'd buried. You had faith when I had none, hope when I'd given up, love when I'd forgotten what it meant. We stand close. The air between us feels charged, electric, full of possibility. Vinny, she whispers. The door opens. Lena enters with volunteers. The moment breaks. Amira steps back, returns to arranging chairs, but something has shifted, been acknowledged, even if not fully spoken. The anniversary celebration is beautiful. The neighborhood fills the center. City officials attend. Local news covers the event. Everyone wants to see what we've built. Khalid gives a speech. This center represents the best of humanity. People from all backgrounds working together, creating opportunity, building hope. This is what the world should look like. Applause fills the room. Then Khalid gestures to me. And none of it would exist without Vinny Moretti, a man who chose transformation over comfort, justice over power, love over fear. More applause, louder. I stand reluctantly, walk to the front, face the crowd. Once, this would have filled me with pride. Now it fills me with humility. I don't deserve the credit, I say. My voice carries through the space. Every person in this room built this center. Your faith, your forgiveness, your willingness to believe people can change. I look at Amira. She stands near the back with her mother. Both women smile, encourage me silently. 1 year ago I was a different person, powerful but empty, feared but alone. Then I met someone who showed me that real strength is kindness, real power is mercy, real wealth is love. Vinny felt his throat tightening. This center is named for Amira Hassan, but it belongs to all of you. Every person who walks through these doors is part of this family, part of this hope, part of this love. The crowd erupts. People stand, cheer, some cry. The emotion in the room is overwhelming, beautiful. Amira makes her way to the front, stands beside me, takes my hand briefly, squeezes it, then releases it. But the message is clear. We're in this together, partners in building something that matters. Late that night, after everyone leaves, I walk through the empty center, touch the walls, remember what this place used to be. Dark, dangerous, full of illegal goods and corrupt dealings. Now it's light, hope, life. The transformation is complete, not just of the building, of me. I find the gold necklace in my office drawer. I've kept it all this time, a reminder of where I started, of the gift refused, the lesson learned. Tomorrow, I'll give it to Amira, not as payment, not as guilt, as a symbol of friendship, of gratitude, of something deeper I'm only beginning to understand. But tonight I just hold it, feel its weight, remember the moment everything changed. Kindness isn't for sale. Those words saved my life, redirected my path, made redemption possible, and I'll spend the rest of my life proving I understood them, that I learned, that I changed. The center is quiet, peaceful. I lock up, head home. The streets are empty, cold, but I don't feel cold, I feel warm, connected, alive. Tomorrow brings new challenges, new opportunities, new moments to choose love over fear, and I'll choose correctly, because I finally understand what matters, who I want to be, what life is actually for. Not power, not wealth, not fear, connection, purpose, love. That's everything, that's enough. That's home. 6 months later, spring arrives with unexpected warmth. The center's garden blooms with flowers Lena planted. Children play on new equipment donated by Khalid. The neighborhood feels alive, thriving, full of possibility. I stand in the doorway watching it all. My heart swells with quiet joy. This is home. This is family. This is everything I never knew I needed. Amira appears beside me. She carries 2 cups of coffee, hands me one. We sip in comfortable silence. Big day tomorrow, she says. The scholarship awards. 20 students, all because of your father's legacy, and Khalid's generosity, and your support. Her eyes found mine. We did this together. We do everything together now. She smiles. It reaches her eyes, creates warmth that spreads through my chest. We've grown close over these months. Not rushed, not forced, just natural, easy. Right. Walk with me? She asks. We stroll through the garden. The afternoon sun feels gentle. Birds sing in the trees. Everything is peaceful, perfect. I've been thinking, Amira says. Her voice was careful. About the future. What comes next? For the center? For us? My heart races. I stop walking, turn to face her. Us? You've become my closest friend, my partner in all this work, someone I trust completely. Her breath caught. Someone I care about deeply. Vinny felt hope rising. Terrifying, beautiful. I care about you too more than I know how to say. Then don't say it, show it. She takes my hand. Keep being who you've become. Keep choosing kindness. Keep building this life we've created together. I will, every single day. Then that's enough. She squeezes my hand gently. That's everything. We stand in the garden. Two people who found each other in the most unlikely way, who built something beautiful from ashes, who proved that redemption is real, possible, worth fighting for. Thank you, I whisper, for seeing what I couldn't see in myself. Thank you for becoming it. Something shifted in her expression. My father used to say that love is the only force that can truly change the world. I believe that now, because I've seen it change you. Love. The word hangs between us. Heavy, significant, not romantic love, not yet, but something just as powerful, deeper, more lasting. The love of chosen family, of shared purpose. Of two souls recognizing each other, helping each other, becoming better together than either could be alone. The scholarship ceremony fills the center's main hall. 20 students sit in the front row. Their families surround them, proud, hopeful, grateful. Khalid speaks first, explains the scholarship, the vision behind it, the legacy of Amira's father. His voice is strong but emotional. Then Lena speaks, talks about her late husband, his courage, his belief that language builds bridges. That understanding prevents war. That love conquers hate. There isn't a dry eye in the room. Finally, Amira stands. She's poised, confident, beautiful in her strength and grace. My father died saving people he didn't know, she says. He believed every life has value. Every person deserves dignity. Every soul can be redeemed. Her eyes find mine in the crowd. Something passes between us. Recognition, gratitude, connection. This scholarship honors his memory, but it also celebrates everyone who chooses compassion over cruelty, understanding over ignorance, hope over despair. Her voice was gentle but firm. That's how we change the world. One person at a time, one choice at a time, one act of love at a time. The students receive their awards. Each one represents a life changed, a future opened, a dream made possible. I think about my own transformation, how one young woman's faith altered everything, how choosing differently created this entire reality. It's miraculous, humbling, proof that grace is real, that people can change, that love actually wins. After the ceremony, families gather in the garden. Food is shared, stories are told, children play while adults talk. The evening is warm, golden, perfect. I find myself surrounded by people I've come to love. Lena, Khalid, Sarah and others I've helped. The students and their families, all of them part of this community, this family. Amira joins our circle, slips her hand into mine naturally, casually, like it belongs there, maybe it does. Speech time, Khalid says. He raises his glass. To Vinny, who proved that transformation is possible, that redemption is real, that love changes everything. To Vinny, everyone echoes. My chest tightens. Vinny felt overwhelmed, undeserving, grateful beyond words. I don't have a speech, I say. My voice breaks slightly. Just gratitude for all of you. For believing in me when I couldn't believe in myself. For showing me that kindness isn't weakness, that mercy is strength, that love is the only power worth having. I look at each face, these people who saved my life, who gave me purpose, who made redemption possible. I was lost, you found me, I was dead, you brought me back to life. Tears run down my face freely. Thank you for everything, for this family, for this home, for this love. The silence stretches, but it's full, rich, overflowing with emotion and connection and grace. Then Lena hugs me, then Khalid, then others, one by one, building a circle of embrace, of acceptance, of belonging. Amira is last. She holds me tight, whispers in my ear, "You're exactly where you belong. Finally home." Those words settle into my soul. True, complete, final. I'm home, not because of location, because of love, because of family, because of purpose. This is what life was always meant to be, not power or wealth or fear. Connection, service, grace. Late evening comes. The celebration winds down, families head home, the center empties. Amira and I clean up together. moving in practiced rhythm, partners in all things now. Today was perfect, she says. Everything my father dreamed of. He'd be proud of you. Of us, she corrects. Of what we built together. We finish cleaning, lock the doors, stand outside under stars. The night is beautiful, clear, full of possibility. Vinny, Amira says quietly, there's something I want to give you. She pulls out a small frame. Inside is a photo of her father, young, smiling, full of life. He taught me everything important about kindness, courage, love. Now you carry those same lessons forward. Her voice was thick with emotion. I want you to have this, to remember that his legacy lives on, through you, through the center, through every life we touch. My hands shake as I take it. The weight feels sacred, significant. I'll treasure it, always. I know you will. She kisses my cheek gently. Good night, Vinny. See you tomorrow. She walks toward home. I watch until she's safe inside. Then I look at the photo. This man I never met, who saved lives, who taught his daughter to believe in redemption, who changed my life without ever knowing it. Thank you, I whisper to the image, for her, for everything she taught me, for showing me what a good man looks like. The stars shine above, bright, eternal, witnesses to transformation, to redemption, to love winning over fear. I head home to my small apartment, my simple life, my honest existence, and for the first time in 60 years, Vinny Moretti is at peace, not because everything is perfect, because everything is real, true, built on love instead of fear, on grace instead of power, on hope instead of despair. The gold necklace sits on my table. Tomorrow, I'll give it to Amira, not as payment, as symbol of journey completed, of lessons learned, of gratitude beyond measure. But tonight I just rest, in the quiet, in the peace, in the knowledge that I'm finally who I was always meant to be, someone who builds instead of destroys, who loves instead of fears, who gives instead of takes, someone redeemed, someone home, someone finally truly alive. I close my eyes, breathe deeply, smile. Everything is finally at peace.